Stop scrolling immediately because the king has just entered the room. This is not a car, it is a mobile palace with a nuclear reactor. Forget everything you know about luxury because the rules have just changed. Bentley has decided that too much luxury is simply not enough. Ladies and gentlemen, behold the Mulsanne Aurelius, bow down. For 100 years, Bentley has defined speed and wealth, but this machine makes Buckingham Palace look a bit like a council flat. The grille is vast, arrogant, and absolutely magnificent in every way. It is so long that it arrives at your destination 5 minutes before you do. The rear is sculpted like a yacht, wide, imposing, and incredibly expensive. From above, it looks less like a car and more like a continent. The wheels are polished by hand for hours until they reflect your soul. The headlights are cut crystal, designed to dazzle the peasants as you drive by. The flying bee rises electronically, presumably to inspect the estate. It stands there with a quiet confidence that screams old money. The emerald green paint is deeper than the Atlantic Ocean. Every piece of chrome is solid metal, cold to the touch. Even the mirrors are designed to look down on other motorists. It doesn't shout, it simply whispers, "Get out of my way." But a studio is a cage, and this beast needs to roam. In the city, it looks like a visiting dignitary from a better world. The ride is so smooth, you wouldn't know if you ran over a landmine. It navigates the neon jungle with a sneering, aristocratic contempt. The paint absorbs the city lights and reflects them back with interest. In traffic, you feel completely detached from the misery outside. Seeing this in your rearview mirror is genuinely terrifying. It is vast, expensive, and completely unapologetic about its size. It parts the water like Moses, keeping the bodywork pristine. From up here, it looks like a dark jewel moving through the grey. Waiting at lights allows the peasants to admire your grille. The torque is endless, like a locomotive gathering steam. Even the rain seems to respect the paintwork, sliding off instantly. It leaves a red glow in its wake, a warning to those behind. Tunnel runs are silent, just a rush of wind and expense. Back into the light, the emerald green explodes into life. Parking requires a captain's license and nerves of absolute steel. It sits there glowing with the aura of compounding interest. The badge is a symbol that you have undoubtedly won at life. Privacy is paramount, the world is not allowed to see you. But let's step inside the library of speed. Welcome to the drawing room, please take a seat. The steering wheel is thick, heavy, and covered in cows. The stitching takes 40 hours for a seat. When you tire of screens, the dashboard simply rotates them away. The technology is there, but it keeps its mouth shut. Cold metal paddles should you wish to degrade yourself by shifting gears. The wood veneer comes from a tree that was older than America. An analog clock, because digital time is far too frantic. It is a cocoon of silence, separated from the noise outside. Speed is a suggestion, not a target. The carpets are so deep you could lose a small dog in them. As the sun rises, we head for the hills. Daylight reveals just how obsessive the craftsmanship really is. The stereo system has more power than a small nightclub. Leaving the peasants behind, we seek higher ground. Every knob and switch is knurled metal, cold and heavy. Safety is paramount when you are worth this much money. It's a grand touring in the truest, most traditional sense. Organ stop air vents, classic, tactile, and deeply satisfying. Enough luxury, let's see if this cathedral can dance. This is where physics and engineering go to war. It gathers speed like an avalanche, unstoppable and terrifying. There is body roll, of course, it weighs as much as a moon. The tires are fighting a losing battle against the laws of mass. It consumes the road, the air, and the scenery. There is a distant rumble like thunder 3 counties away. It whooshes past, a blur of green and chrome. Believe it or not, you can drift this stately home. The brakes are currently glowing hotter than the sun. Through the forest, the emerald green paint creates natural camouflage. It stays composed, flat, and remarkably dignified at speed. A flash of chrome, a roar of wind, and it's gone, leaving the peasants in a cloud of expensive dust. The numbers climb, but the silence inside remains absolute. And stop. The beast rests. The Bentley Mulsanne Aurelius, it is utterly magnificent. It is a throwback to a time when wealth was unapologetic, a silhouette that will define the next decade of luxury. If you have to ask the price, you simply aren't invited. Good night, and try not to be too envious.